All right, guys, welcome to the rest of the year potentially. And so basically, we're going to go over what does distance learning look like right now. All right, so I'm your host, Mr. Szymanski. You may know me from the role I played as your teacher. And now I'm just kind of your guide through all this. So let's see what we have in store. So first things, we got some expectations. I want you guys to be checking Google Classroom every single day. All right. Use the classwork tab. Okay, so not the stream. The stream is going to get a bit crazy as I keep posting new stuff. So you want to make sure you're using the classwork tab to find the date and topic. So they'll have a series of topics, but on each topic is literally just a date. You click on that, it's going to expand, and you're going to see what's kind of the expectations for that day, and there's going to be a link to my Google site. Click on that, and it's going to basically have that list of everything to do in order. So quite frankly, if you just want to go to the Google site and just work through the next stuff, you're good to go. All right, you are going to get assessments. They are going to count. Okay, so one thing I always want you to do before you do one of these Edpuzzle assessments, try the challenge problems. Okay, they're not going to be identical, they're not going to be exactly the same, but they are going to give you kind of a check of your level of understanding. If you're finding that you're totally lost and you're just not ready for an assessment, then please, chat with me, send me an email, reach out, things like that. Okay, you are going to get 2 Edpuzzle assignments per learning target. It's not going to be a initial and a retake. It's just going to be take 2, and I'm going to use those to try and get a gauge on your level of understanding. Okay, some of them are going to have multiple questions in them, and some of them are just going to have you just kind of type and explain what your thought process is and things like that, so I can just try and get a handle on what your true depth of understanding actually is on the target. And then I'm going to use that information to eventually make a grade, but we'll talk about grades more specifically later on. All right. Make sure that if you have questions, I do have office hours. I'm going to be doing an hour on Friday from 11 till noon. I'm going to be doing an hour on Saturday from 11 to noon. Okay. If you need more information or more help or things like that, I might be able to, find some extra time. Also, we have our separated class time during the day. If you want to send me an email and you have a question about that, I'll be glad to get back to you during that time and get some one-on-one done. I have no problem with that. I also have to just let you know, we're going to follow the mantra of my P90X instructor, Tony Horton. He always just says, do your best and forget the rest. All right, that's what we're going to do here. We're just going to do our best, and whatever happens, happens. All right, oh, I got to move my screen now. This is very exciting. All right, so then, again, I'm going to recover some of the ideas in more detail. So where do you find the information? Use the Google Classroom as a calendar for the rest of the year. All right, I got the posted stuff. It's all in the, oh dang, I just forgot. It's in the classwork. There we go. It's under classwork. All right. So every single thing has a brief explanation of what you should be doing, and then a link to my Google site to help you kind of manage those ideas. One thing I really want to emphasize is that there's a lot of worksheets here. I already ran them off. Okay, they're sitting at school waiting to be used, but they're not. Okay, do not feel the need to print them all out. Okay, you can just jot down your notes on your in your notebook and just see what that is. I plan to have answer keys to everything. Okay, even if there's a lab on there I want you to try and do, I plan to have kind of an answer key that should be a similar thought process so you can check your work as you go. All right, I do not want you to feel lost. I want you to feel like you have a place to go. The biggest place I can say, go to my Google site. Everything is laid out in the exact order in which you need to follow it. Worksheets, videos, quizzes, practice problems, answer keys. It is all laid out in the exact order that you should go through it in, okay? Now, big thing about this is gonna be communication, all right? Basically what's going to happen here is the only way that I can figure out how to get this to work, because different people are kind of different places and physics has different levels of difficulty for different students, is this is going to be a self-paced physics classroom. You're going to work at your own speed. All right. So be aware that, feel free to work ahead. If you're stuck a little bit behind, just keep in mind that there is more coming, but maybe the next stuff will be easier. Okay. So go at your own pace, all right? Make sure that when you do have questions, jot them down. You can send me an email during the week. We can, figure out ways to meet, or even I might have a periodic classroom, things like that. But mostly go to my office hours. Okay, I have them planned. There, I put them in your Google calendars. At least they should be there. That's what technology tells me is should have happened. And it's every Friday and every Saturday from 11 until noon. Okay, maybe I'll go a little later, things like that. If there's more questions, I really have no problem. I don't have a super busy schedule, but yes, that's the plan. All right, so again, you can go there, but also feel free to email me at any time. I will be sending out a Google form every Thursday. Now I'm going to try this. You know my connection with technology is iffy at best, but I'm going to be sending out a Google form every Thursday that I want you to fill out. Okay, this is going to help me check your level of engagement. I also have a few questions on there. My kids do this for their junior high class, and it doesn't take a lot of time. I plan to have the questions basically being, how long did it take you to get through said material? Okay, because I want to know, what I should do. What should my judges be? Maybe I'm going to cut some stuff and nuke a worksheet, tell you to skip this, focus on that, things like that. Okay, because everything I did was based on all my years of teaching, but that was a different situation, and this is not the same situation. Okay, so I know the exact pace that it should go at. I have it all laid out. Been doing it for years. I have not been doing this for years. So in that environment, we were in groups. I was walking around. I could answer your questions. Clearly, not the same environment, but I'm doing the best I can. So if you give me appropriate feedback, I can then look at it, make adjustments. I'm thinking about doing like a, hey, so anyways, in the Google form, how long did it take you? And then what's a question or two or something like that. And then what I might do is I might just make a whole video. I'll group the questions as best I can, and then I'll just make a video on Q&A session, common questions from students. Post that video, and that way every week we've got common questions on different topics, because again, different students might be in different places. So be like, hey, this is this topic, this is that topic, and things like that. Okay, so that's kind of my thought with doing that. So communication is important. Use all the technology we have at our disposal, and let's do our best. Now, grading, it's real. Okay, one thing I'm going to say, which is the statement we've been getting, is that this is still clearly not 100% set in stone by the district, but this is the information that I have right now. Okay, and so here's what I'm going to tell you. All students need to complete all assignments on all content areas, even if the topic was previously discussed in class. Okay, so there are going to be 2 assignments for every single learning target. They're all going to be ed puzzles. Okay, so even if you have already done energy in the past, I need you to do energy again. Okay, just think of it as a review. Momentum. Then we've got electrostatics and we've got circuits. So we have kind of 4 topics we're going to go through. But energy, we should have been done with that. Okay, but here's your chance to review, reflect, and if you didn't get one of the quizzes correct, you get a chance to do the second one, and that way it gives me a more holistic level of your understanding. Okay, so you need to do all that stuff. Let's see. I've put assignment due dates on everything. That is not the end of the day. Okay, it is not saying, oh, if you didn't do it by here, you fail. That is not what that's there for. That is there to keep giving you a time frame to continuously move forward. Okay, so if you're kind of on pace, if you're kind of behind, things like that. It's just to keep you moving forward. All right. Um, there will be no late penalties, except obviously if you keep procrastinating, then there's just going to be a ton and hands in the air, giving up type moments. Final statement on the grading. No grades will be finalized until we return to regular schooling, or we are just in this until the end of the school year, whichever comes first. Okay. So again, even though there are dates and due dates, I believe, again, this is kind of new to me, but I'm pretty sure that you can still turn them in late. If you can't, let me know and I'll mess with that. But I really just, the dates are solely there to keep you moving forward, keep you on pace, and keep you up to date with the material. Okay, but you can turn them in at any time. Feel free to contact me if you have any questions about any of this. All right, final thoughts. We're all new to this. You guys know my level of technology and how much it hates me. All right, so something I think is going to work may not work. The Google Forms thing might blow up in my face. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go along. Focus on the communication. Please don't worry about asking a question. Send me an email, join the office hours, and just ask a question. As I always say, dare to be stupid. Okay, dare to make a bad call. Just try. That's all I'm asking of you. It's all I ever ask my kids. Do your best and try. So with that in mind, when it comes to grades, I know what you've done. I know what you got first semester. I know kind of where you are after all the communications you as a student. I know basically where you are. I am looking for your effort. I'm looking for engagement, and I'm going to add that to your level of understanding. Okay, I want to see in this tough time, did you still try your best? Did you ask a bunch of questions, or did you just put your hands up in the air and go, yeah, I'm not doing this? Okay, that's what's going to help me determine your final grade. Okay, like I said earlier, the school's policy does seem to be a bit fluid. I swear every day I'm getting a little different, but they are clearly focusing it. But one thing does seem clear. This moment in time is not going to be the thing that brings down your grade. Okay? It is an opportunity for you to raise your grade. The only way it's going to bring down your grade is if you decide not to do anything. Okay, so for my current level of understanding, whatever grade you had before this, that's kind of the minimum bar. All right, as long as you are maintaining engagement. If you do not maintain engagement, again, from my understanding, then you will get an incomplete. And what they do with that, I have no idea. So if you had an A walking into this, then you should say, all right, I should be an A student. As long as I try, I'm going to be an A student. Or, hey, I walked in this as a D student. This is my chance to get better grades. This is my chance to up my grade. Okay, so whatever you kind of walked in, that's the minimum bar that I'm told, and we're going to go from there. Final things, guys, stay healthy, stay safe, stay active. Okay, I've been working out every single morning, did back on my P90X regiment. I'm also doing yoga with my wife every evening, but from doing P90X in the morning is extremely painful. And I'm actually going to try and ride the bike every afternoon. So my goal is to work out 3 times a day. It's a lofty goal, but I've got some time. All right, so because I don't have to commute to and from work anymore. All right, so that's my goal. All right, I'm going to try and stay active. Also, stay connected. All right, they call this like social distancing, but in reality, it's just physical distancing. I've been, you connect with your friends, do meetups. My wife does. And they used to go out every night, or once a week, I should say, for a night. Now they just all jump on the computer and they just chat with each other about their day, about their week, and how it's been going, and they just have that plan. And maybe they'll all watch a TV show together during the same thing, and that way they can have something to comment on. My buddies have been playing some online gaming. We've got Tabletopia. All right, so we've been playing a bunch of other games like Scythe, and basically a whole ton of games can be played online virtually. So my tabletop group is not going insane. I've been painting tons and tons of miniatures. See, miniatures. That's just, I'm literally sitting in my miniature painting station here. And we also have started D&D group. So everything can be done virtual. So connect with people, have fun, do your best, forget the rest, ask questions if you got them. You know where to find me. Let's crush this. All right? You guys can do it. I know it. I believe in you.